Agape Soul's Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at AgapeSoulBoutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul's Boutique today.
Wake up, everybody. Get out that bed. It's the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother, John.
This is Qiana.
Hey, and this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, a.k.a. See That?
See That.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool. Grand Rising, Qiana.
Grand Rising. Good morning. Hey, Rosalind.
It is.
Hey, Nate.
It's our hump day.
It is hump day.
Hump day. What's good with you?
You know what? I woke up this morning. I'm in a good mood, but it was just something heavy. You know how like you just need the Lord.
Yeah.
I said you need him every day.
Awareness of the need, though.
Yes.
That's what it was. Like
it really was. Like
aware that I need you. I need you today, Lord.
It ain't because anything wrong.
Yeah. But
it's
just
not that I'm lacking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Today,
yeah.
I really needed my father.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm today.
Okay.
So what about you?
I'm in a good spot. A lot of stuff happening. So, you know, kind of balancing the need.
The juggling act?
The need more and gotta have.
How many more hours in this 24 hours would you need?
None.
24 is enough?
Yeah, 24 is enough.
24 is
It's just
enough?
how you use it.
Okay.
Because to say we need more would be to charge God with being unjust.
And this is true.
Because he give us all.
We need.
That's right. All the time. The community benefits agreement applications. I saw some good ones in there. That was one of the projects that we are working on. Community benefits agreement is a program that we worked on under the New Deal for St. Pete. A policy proposal.
Okay.
Where if a developer is receiving support from the city up to a certain amount, then they would have to contribute.
So much back to the city.
So much back to the community.
Right.
That's why it's a community benefits agreement.
So are we gonna is it a board that's gonna mandate it?
Yeah, so it's actually an ordinance.
Okay.
So we had the policy passed through city council.
Yay.
Yeah. And we're in the implementation phase. And one of the steps in the phase was to create a community benefits council.
Okay.
And so we had the application process for the council.
Okay.
Closed on the 30th, and we got some good applications in, some good people.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Looking forward to, looking forward to moving forward.
We're moving on up.
But it's interesting for me just the how long it takes, but how fast it goes.
Because I remember when you started, you and Jabbar was like hitting the ground running with the New Deal.
Right.
And that's been a few cycles.
Yeah.
A few cycles.
It was 2017, 2018.
I remember when y'all was hitting and going really hard with the New Deal.
Yeah.
Some people looked at you like you were crazy.
They did.
Some people believed that you could but didn't want to step in.
That's true. Yeah. So it's a wide range of the ways that people support this project.
This just shows that consistency.
Yeah.
And something that you believe in. You think that it happens overnight.
Right.
Success is never overnight.
No.
Never, ever, ever. Listen to me. If you see music, any business that pop up and you be like, oh, they just popped up overnight. No, it was a lot of trial and error. And I don't call it, I say trial and error to just for the masses, but it's a lot of practice,
right?
Before you get in there and actually win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
you do a lot of repetitions, a lot of
You change it, you figure out what works for you. You try this, you try that,
That's
you
true.
practice this, you practice that, and then once you get your groove in,
right.
And now we going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's when everybody started watching.
Yeah. I'm just telling you.
But they don't see all of the other stuff that went into it. Yeah.
So there's no overnight success.
Right.
If I can say anything,
yeah.
there's always hard work and dedication and consistency to anybody's success.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, we've been pushing it, and we're actually working on a New Deal update so that we can share with the community where we are with the New Deal for St. Pete, because a lot of the points of progress that we lifted up in the New Deal have been accomplished, or either are in the works to being accomplished.
Okay.
Or some version of what we proposed is happening, and so it's an exciting time. Excited about it. Also, what's good, man? Yesterday I was blessed to go to Diston Academy.
Okay.
And we spoke to a male leadership class. Mr. Eben in the building.
Oh.
Look, you say, reporting. Mr. Edmond reporting for duty. Sharonda, good morning.
Good morning, Sharonda.
Good morning, Tasha. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, so I was blessed to go with Miss Matthews.
Okay.
Madam President. And
I was gonna say something about that.
And we spoke to this male leadership academy. Shout out to LA Keys. Has a great program that he's doing, and we were talking to the youth about voting.
Oh wow.
And man, I'm so glad Madam President was there and went first, because she made it so easy for me.
She made it easy.
She made it so easy for me.
Man, it was she laid it like,
man, she had the whole PowerPoint. You know how we show up for presentations, right? You know how we show up. Hey, we here, and then in the parking lot we decide what we're gonna talk about. Right, yeah.
Now what we talking about today?
Right.
Like how we went to 16th Street.
right.
But we did our thing.
We did our thing.
That's how it happened, though. That's how it worked. And so, but yeah, we were able to like really riff off each other. She had a great presentation. Engage young men, around the political process, helping them understand why this stuff matters, why it's important. And so yeah, that was cool.
But John, I got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
So why is voting and getting involved, like with kids and the stuff you're doing, why is that important to you?
Because I got kids, and the future, man, it's really all about passing the baton. They got some,
looking at me like that.
Passing the baton, they got some light on it. You know what I'm saying? Can we talk about passing the torch? But you got to make sure that
don't wait till the torch go out.
Don't wait till the torch go out.
Because a lot of times there's a gap in between the community leaders, right?
Yeah.
And we have to admit that
we're time gap. What kind of gap?
Like there's so you have like people that came before us.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it's a big gap.
It's a big gap
because
we typically the baton is not passed on the proper way. You know what I mean? It's not handled because you're trying to hold on.
That's
because
true.
you love this so much, right? And it's not always a bad thing. They try to hold on so much because they want to see their vision come into fruition. But sometimes you have to pass that baton to a younger group of people, and to make sure that it's paid properly. So all your connects and everything that you have worked for, you need to pass it on so that they can build on that.
I got something for that. Success without succession is failure in disguise.
Yes,
it is.
And like you say, there is no succession plan a lot of times, especially in community work.
No,
because a lot of people hold on to their positions and their spots
almost
to death.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And a lot of times there is no younger group under them, or no younger people sitting under their shade tree. Their shade tree of knowledge, what they call it.
No, and it's a challenge, right? Like passing the baton and picking it up, because you want to grab it. You know what I'm saying? And either they don't want to give it to you, or they want to give it to you how they want you to have it.
Right.
They want you to, really be them. And like, I can't be you.
Oh, yeah. Be me. Yeah. Then you ain't accept it when you ain't picking it up properly.
Yeah. See, that's what's wrong with young people today. They don't know how to pick up the baton. It's like, I'm trying to grab it, but
it's no school. It's no training. It's like this stuff is just picked up. It is a school though. People do go to school. I take it back. It is a school for this. I didn't attend it.
Yeah, I don't know if I went to school for it either.
I didn't go to school. We didn't. I don't think we
learned it in the field.
We did it in the field. Like we went in there and really did the work. Right?
Yeah. OJT for real, on the job training.
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, if nobody else said it, I'll say it. I think we've done a really good job.
I think so. I won't even say done. I say doing.
You're right.
Because we ain't done.
Oh, no, we not.
I think we're doing all right.
Right. And we don't mind bringing other people along.
Man, that's the only way it's going to really happen for real.
Like, we work better collectively.
That's the only way it's going to happen. Like I'm so convinced of that at this point in my life and in my career. If we want to, like, you have to be intentional about bringing other people along.
Intentional about collaboration.
Yes.
Intentional about succession.
Yes.
Right. And intentional about the progress.
Absolutely. You know, absolutely. But yeah, that success without succession is a real thing, man. So thank you for that. All right, this day in history, y'all ready?
Go. Let's go.
All right, so on April 6, 1909, explorer Robert Peary accomplishes a long elusive dream when he and assistant Matthew Henson and 4 Inuits reach what they determined to be the North Pole. Decades after Peary's death, however, navigational errors in his travel log surfaced, placing the expedition in all probability a few miles short of its goal. So check this out. So this is not really about Robert Peary. This is more about his assistant. Because they said him and his assistant, Matthew Henson.
Yeah, Henson was the dude, black dude.
Henson was the black dude. Thank you very much. So Matthew Alexander Henson was an American explorer who accompanied Robert Peary on 7 voyages to the Arctic over a period of 23 years. They spent a total of 18 years on expeditions. He is best known for his participation in the 1908-1909 expedition that claimed to have reached the geographic North Pole on April 6, 1909. Henson was the first of their party to reach the pole, so it was a black man. And he was born to free people.
Freedmen.
They were free people. He was born August 8, 1866. Said his people were already free. And then, they started facing the oppression and whatnot and ended up moving him and his family to Maryland. And their first Arctic expedition was in 1891-92. Henson served as navigator and craftsman, as was Peary's, and was known as Peary's first man. Yeah.
I don't want to crap on their their record at all.
Yeah.
But it is proven fact that people migrated through the Antarctica, North Pole, like on foot, and that's what Eskimos, Native Americans, a lot of
the Inuits. That's what I saw.
Yeah, and they literally walked from like Russia or
the Bering Strait,
Siberia, them places, way before any of them people.
Yeah.
So and that's why history is his story, because they didn't think we would find out about those ancient native Eskimos or whatever,
Inuits,
whatever they want to call them, that walked all the way down to South America. And migration, they call it migration, one of the first migrations, big migrations.
No, that's true, because they say in 1909 they were the first ones to get to the
pole.
You
see what I'm saying?
Like, come on,
man, them people been all up and through there, man. Listen, the pole done melted and froze back up and melted again by the time they showed up.
Right. And that's what they said. They said that Henson, one of his contributions was he studied their survival techniques, the natives.
See what I'm saying? Because if they was the first one, how are you studying the natives?
Right.
See what I'm saying? It's like the oxymoron.
Yeah.
We discovered America, but the natives was here.
But we learned how to live in
from
America
the
from the Indians, right?
We weren't even in India.
Right.
It's like the biggest joke in the world.
Yeah, but it ain't funny.
It's not funny. It ain't funny, man. It's serious.
For real, because you are stealing land and identities and all of that stuff too, man.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Why would you?
Why would you? How dare you? You got some headlines for us?
Who? Headlines, man. Storms.
The owl that said who?
Oh no, I'm talking about the storms. That's ravishing the upper North America.
Okay.
Carolinas, New York. I mean, all up and through there.
Right. Climate change is real.
It is. That's also in the headlines. They say without drastic change, the earth might not be livable.
Houseway.
I mean, listen. The people already said in 2000 was coming to the point of no return. For as the environment, right. We've passed the point of no return by 30 years.
But I heard that they was like
they say
the
book of they
the book of they say that we need to make a change now for the survival of the people. So if we're already past the point of return.
This is the thing: the corporations will not allow it. That's the oil, gas industry.
Oh yeah.
Like the nuclear energy people, the people who are powering, our society.
They profiting from it.
They profit from pollution.
Yeah. Good morning, Nico.
Pollution is very profitable.
Yeah.
That's why the big rich people do it.
So wait, so it's profitable, but is it worth their life?
Well, they ain't thinking about
what about their grandchildren lives?
Their grandchildren gonna be situated so financially they can survive the storm. They might go to Mars with Elon.
Yeah, because he on his way.
They got the guap. They know what I'm saying. We what they call it, the burning torch.
Thank you, Sal, for tuning in.
Okay, so you know what?
Scorched earth theory. Y'all ever heard of the scorched earth? Like when they say they just gonna burn everything.
Yeah. Leave nothing behind. Yeah. No traces.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah. And
I ain't make it up.
Right.
I don't believe it.
I ain't the one who made it up.
I don't think so. They still talking about the Will Smith.
Okay.
Right?
What they saying now? What
they still?
Man, wait a minute. First, that should have been the headline. Are we still talking about Will Smith?
Are we still talking about
Will
Smith?
They are still talking about Will Smith. He done apologized.
Yeah. Resigned from the academy.
Right. They're thinking about taking this award.
Really?
But see.
They're going too far.
The man from South Philly now.
Okay.
You gonna talk about taking something. He already showed you what you do when you run your mouth.
You talking about taking something?
You talking about taking something? Okay.
Oh no, you done gave me
All right.
Okay,
come get it.
Good morning, sweetie.
MSNBC hosts say white people need to sit this conversation out.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. What?
Say that host.
A host on CNBC on what?
MSNBC said that white people need to sit this conversation out.
Okay.
They do not need to put their input.
Okay.
How y'all feel about that?
Oh man,
I'm finna say he did it at a white establishment event. So I don't know. I think
they say white America need to sit this one out. Stay out this conversation.
If some white America need to sit out, it might not be this one.
No, this is probably not.
It might not be this one.
Listen, this happened in house. My brother and your brother. This is a brother fight.
But it was at their house.
It was at their house on their show.
Well, actually, we took over. Wait. Let me say this. We took over their house.
No, that wasn't a takeover. That was a higher position.
Yeah,
that was a higher position.
You
know what a takeover is?
They let us cook the food. They let us serve the place.
Let our people come.
They let our people come. They let us do the production. But make no mistake about it. It was their event.
It was still their event.
It was still their event.
So tell MSNBC hosts, you need to retract that statement. No, I'm just
I don't know. Maybe. I don't
know. Ask the
people. Hey, people, who's listening?
Yeah, because it is What's on Your Mind Wednesday.
It is What's on Your Mind.
727-637-2416. Give us a call. Tell us what's on your mind, y'all. It's What's on Your Mind Wednesday. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams, 99.1 FM, man.
And I think the movie, people went to go watch the movie.
King Richard.
Yeah.
Because of that?
Yeah.
Was he in character?
That's what somebody said. I heard a clip, and it was saying how
he was in character.
When you take that on, because even when you listen, when Chris Rock said he said Richard.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, because it is making a lot of noise. Yeah, but when he said when he seen him stand up, he said Richard.
Yeah,
he didn't call him Will. He called him Richard.
He did. He was in character.
He called him Richard.
Because they say when
Chris Rock was in character.
They all was in character. So you know what they say when you take
Good morning. I see you. Good morning.
The roles, you become that person. You embody.
That happened.
And so it's kind of like.
And he was a protector. Richard was.
You got to know how to
You really have to detox from that
role
and all that other stuff. So,
but we don't know what we're going through, man. So
yeah. He going through a whole.
I know. If you touch that mic one more time,
I'm going not touch it. Just leave it alone.
I know. And for the people that's alive, y'all
don't touch the mic again.
Y'all done see me kind of pop him like I was his mama,
slapping his wrist.
We at church right now. If you don't sit down,
you gotta say it between your teeth.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, the pinch is coming.
So I seen Monique and Lee Daniels
squash their beef.
You know why?
Tell me
money talk.
Yeah.
Nothing else though.
They finna do Precious too.
They finna do a movie. They doing a Netflix movie.
Listen, the girl Monique did Precious so bad, so good. People still don't like her for being Precious mama.
But because of the way she played that part.
It took a chip out of me. I ain't like her.
I didn't see Precious though.
Bro,
what?
You missed it.
I didn't see
Precious was so heavy.
But
right.
Okay.
Right. And I think it was heavy for no reason. Right. But it's talking to somebody out there. So I ain't gonna say, but Precious was a heavy movie.
Yeah.
It was very heavy. You know that a lot. Listen,
you watch it, you might not like Monique after you watch it.
Right. Dr. Peters, good morning. Dr. Peters said she was it's What's on Your Mind Wednesday. Dr. Peters said, I think people need to take that same energy and engage in some family, community level action.
Okay.
All this time talking Will and uncles and aunties fighting at the barbecue.
Ooh,
that's true.
And good morning.
Hey, good morning.
And good morning.
Big shouts out to Dr. B and the whole YP.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So so you said it's the money that's talking. That's
I think it's the money that's talking. And you're right. It's a lot of people who like in the community, the women because this was about women, sometimes put their man before their children.
What?
I've seen it, or when the man has touched their children, and this is a hard subject, and then you blame your child for it.
Yeah.
That was that movie. That's Precious.
That's Precious.
Okay, I got you.
It was
it was really, wow. I mean, at this point, it ain't no.
I kind of heard the
and then Precious end up getting HIV.
It was traumatic. It was a traumatic
because
even watch it.
Really? I'm glad,
because
of the good morning,
because
Renee.
of the man,
Yeah. Wow.
And then Monique blamed her.
Yeah.
And she played the role so good.
Oh, she did.
She played. I thought
didn't she get an Oscar for that?
That's how she got an Oscar. And then they were saying that she got the big head.
No, but it wasn't. The messed up part about it is, right, they gave that lady an Oscar for that role, bro.
Yeah.
Just watch some excerpts.
Because she really played it.
Oh, she went over and beyond.
I thought that was Monique for real, man.
Wow. And that was big Monique. We got little Monique now.
Yeah, we do.
No, we had Big Luther and Little Luther.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got big
I ain't know that.
Yeah. Well, I just made that up right here.
No, because Monique went on the
No, I did not know that.
What you didn't know?
That Monique was small now? Yeah, she
did you know she
was
wait.
Yeah.
Hey, I just say paid no attention.
Everybody watch.
Typical man.
We want a day challenges. Like we in the 1 a day challenge and we keep up with that kind of stuff. And Monique, like she have a real serious fitness journey, man. And she done. You know what I mean? Like she really did her thing, man.
Mm-hmm. Her husband helped her with it. And told her that I wanted you to. I want you to be here for us for a lifetime.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the way that she was going with her health, it didn't look like,
it'd be a lifetime.
It wouldn't be. Mm-hmm. And you want to give yourself a fair shot out here, right?
Yeah, major respect for that now.
And you see Renee out here doing her thing. She hop on and then she just
go. You've been tagged.
Shout out to Renee.
Latasha, you've been tagged.
Saturday morning.
Qiana, you've been tagged. Caesar, you've been tagged. Renee Flowers, she tagged you. So get on up.
Get on
Marco,
up.
Get up.
Get on up.
That Latavia, get up. Toya Tate,
tag a friend.
Roz, get up. Tag a friend. Y'all get on out that bed, man.
And it's What's on Your Mind Wednesday.
Do it again. What's on your
mind?
I like how you close your eyes and back up on
your mind Wednesday.
Y'all got to see that to believe it. You got to see it to believe it.
Wednesday, man. Give us a call. 727-637-2416.
Let's talk politics.
What's on your mind? What's in politics? What's happening?
Oh, Mr. Edmund came ready. He got his water. He got his infused water.
Yeah.
With his strawberries.
I love it.
Go ahead.
Doing my thizzle.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Kayla, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So in politics, we talking politics, man. We got a housing crisis.
Yes, we do.
Inside that housing crisis, housing is the purpose or the reason for a lot of social inequities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because your housing is part of your health, your quality of life.
Right.
It's part of your, it's how you feel about yourself. And with the housing market being so big, it's a community group, the St. Pete Tenants Union. And then it's the People's Council. So I be always putting the two together, St. Pete Tenants Council.
Right.
It's two different things.
Yeah.
But they've been coming together to advocate for different housing initiatives.
That microphone is killing. It's killing.
You just did.
You did touch it, but okay. But they coming together. They coming together for different things.
Yeah. they coming together. They've been asking the administration, for more money to help pay rent, for more housing. Right. So it's at the beginning stages. There is some more funds that have been given for people who having hardships and different qualification changes to try to help more people get the help they need. But yeah, we're looking for more people in the community to get involved. If you have any housing issues, you got your story, you want to tell your story about your housing nightmare or your dream story, whatever.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, matter of fact, tonight. It's actually tonight. We're gonna be getting together tonight at Allendale. Look, he said be on the lookout, but the meeting is tonight at 6:00 at Allendale United Methodist Church. And
don't wait on me. Don't wait on me.
We gonna holler at you. Yeah, we hollering at you now. You know how people say, "Let me know, man." I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know.
That was to let you know right there.
Hey, man, just let me know. I just let you know. So tonight at 6:00 at Allendale, man, come out. It's the People's Council of St. Petersburg. We're gonna be talking housing. Talking policy recommendations.
What time?
What can we do? 6:00.
6:00. Actually, you know what I'm doing at 6:00? I'm going to the greenhouse. I'm doing the training over there.
When you done, come on over to Allendale. We'll still be there. And then, so you do, if you're in the business and you're a business person, the greenhouse.
The greenhouse.
What they doing at the greenhouse?
They're showing you, and I just want to refresh and make sure they're showing you the proper way to do a business plan.
Okay.
Ooh, I might come.
Okay, that's what's up.
I gotta pay how much?
Caesar, thank you for joining.
It was a free thing. I
you had to sign up.
You had to sign up. I don't know if it's still open.
But see, I be trying because I just show up.
Dr. Brittany said that Hillsboro's rental assistance program just opened up yesterday.
Okay, since we're talking about that, because we just had a meeting and we were talking about the housing last week.
Serious.
And it has
was that NAACP? Is that one?
No, this was with Florida Rising.
Okay,
Florida
Rising.
Shout out to Rated R.
Yeah.
I ain't even supposed to be in here tonight.
Right. So we went there, but so what I learned too is that for the city council and everybody, remember they asked to make this a state of emergency, or to do something about it because of the laws that if they can be sued, right? And they're worried about that because it's so much gray area in there. If a company,
you next,
right? No, if a company is projected to make so much money, they can then sue the city
for the shortfall.
The shortfall, regardless if they build or not, just because. So the only loophole around that is that we have to make it a state of emergency. So then it's the city
and the
community,
the
community that is voting on it, not just the city council. So we need everybody help to come in and rally this up because we unfortunately cannot leave this up to our city council. So if y'all know anything, about we can't because they're going to be sued. Our city will be sued, and this is why the people need to come in. And so this is the relationship.
I like your shirt too.
Thank you.
You about that smoke.
This is when a healthy relationship come in. We help the people we voted in.
A healthy relationship with who?
The people we voted in.
Yeah.
So a healthy relationship with our elected officials.
The elected officials.
Okay, keep going.
So this is what I'm saying. This is where we go, and we cannot just
clarifying question.
So let me say. So we cannot just point the fingers at them when they're not doing what we need them to do because now they need our help.
Yeah. Okay.
So we need the people.
I'm thinking about what you're saying.
We need the people to rally up so that we can then make it a state of emergency.
Yeah.
Where our city is not being sued because of this stupid bill that's out there. And now the community gets to vote on this, not just the people that we voted in. So this is a healthy relationship. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm gonna flip the pancake.
Go ahead, flip it.
Right.
I love us.
And see, and I'm gonna say maybe, right, there is some more that could be done from our elected officials. Right, because this is something that's been brewing for decades. We can't play like, okay, somebody just got elected and now housing is a crisis, right? Because it's been a crisis in the making for decades, right? And it's like deferred maintenance. You just ain't been looking at it, right? You ain't been talking about it, but now boom, it's here, and now we got to do some drastic things that and if a lawsuit come, God bless them, because it's like saying slavery. We want to be a free city, but it's slavery in the state of Florida, right? So you gonna say we ain't gonna free the people because they gonna sue us, right? No, we say run it. That's what government law is for.
I like it.
You supposed to is opposition, and then there's a opponent or a proponent or whatever they call it, and then those two got to hash it out. So if we don't never bring up opposition to these laws that's being made, right, there's never going to be a challenge.
So if you don't challenge the law,
and then it's going to stay.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we're going to keep ducking it and hiding from it when we should just, hey, let's go to the Supreme Court.
Okay. No, I like
from the beginning. I like that. From the top, we going to the Supreme Court, and this going to be the first step.
But this is what I'm saying. I like that. I like
you talking strategy. Yeah.
Definitely talk. But do we have the time with the crisis?
Correct.
This is what I said.
I think we do. I think we do.
You play with both hands.
You play with both hands.
You do one and you do the other.
Right. It's not either or.
It ain't either or. We work hand in hand. Again, this is a healthy relationship. We see the problem. We talk it out. We have this group that's going to go there, and then we're going to have the people that we're going to make this a state of emergency, and we shouldn't have to do this again.
Right. Because with the state of emergency, though, it's only like time frame. So
it's a time frame.
So you do it, and then you can only declare it maybe like a year at a time.
And then once you declare it, you have to do a vote.
Yeah, the voters have to decide on it.
So it's also more expenses occurred. Whatever.
But this is going to cost money regardless.
And you know what? And that's what you come in saying, okay, how much is this going to cost us? It might cost us 5-10 mil. Are we willing to make that investment over the next few years? Yeah. For what's right? Yeah. Yes, let's do it. Run it.
Yeah. I mean, and you got that mindset, but then flipping the pancake, you got the other mindset is like, why would we spend 5-10 million fighting to do something? And there's other things that we can do.
And I mean, honestly,
there's other things that we can do that can be more long term, more lasting.
So what's the plan then?
So on the flip side, I would hate that. I would like, but I know this.
Our pancake gonna be good and brown on
both sides. That thing a couple times.
In my mind, the best solution is not to let the big companies come in.
But how can you stop that in America?
We can't stop that, but I'm just saying.
So once they in, what next?
If in my mind would be the best idea is let the small companies build off the community that you have, take this land and do it.
But
right?
the small company is gonna become big then, and then they opted out.
No, but they started out small.
But
don't you eventually want to be big?
Yes.
Okay, stop it.
Yeah. Right. So
I mean, I'm on your side.
So there's this other idea around social housing where it's not corporations; it's actually the city of St. Pete itself.
And that's what I want to talk about. Yeah. I want to talk about the Jordan Parks. I want to talk about the Bethel Heights. Yeah. You know how these
Alexandria.
How these places even got to be there. Right? You know why? Because people took the city and community members took it upon themselves to provide quality housing. That's what Bethel Heights was about. That's what Jordan Park was about. It was about improving the quality of housing for Black and low income people. Right. And since those projects, we haven't had it, and I hate to call them projects, right? Yeah. Because the project got a bad name
connotation.
So
it's a bad name because they de-invested, right? Like they built them and then they didn't invest in them.
Yes.
Right. So you build the house. They didn't do the maintenance.
Deferred maintenance.
Yeah, you're doing deferred maintenance
for decades,
kicking the can down the road, like you know what I mean, and all of that stuff. So that's why they got a bad rap. After you built it, it was great. People was loving. They was happy.
It was state renowned. Like they was really like world renowned.
Yeah,
Bethel Heights was built by the church.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and Bethel Community Baptist Church.
Big shouts out to Bethel. Yeah. Big shouts out to Bethel. Yeah, because Enoch Davis. And those historic ancestors pooled their resources. They had a credit union and they built apartment complexes. Yeah, so that's what we got to start thinking about as a community, as a city, as administration, we got to start thinking about taking some of these lots, taking some of these properties, and building multifamily, scatter site multifamily development, building different units, doing different things, 4plexes, quadplexes, 8plexes, doing creative things, because people cannot afford to live here. I know so many people moving and leaving town.
No, you made it an example when I said it ain't that people can't afford to live here. The people who live in that community
can't afford it.
Yeah. Because people are moving in, buying.
There's people that can't afford to live here,
but not
though.
But it's people moving in as soon as they move out. Okay, it's somebody it's a body. It's a body. It's a body.
Okay, so we say people, that's too broad. The people who are already here can't afford to stay here. Okay, because it's people that can afford to live here. It just ain't the people that was there before.
Right. The people from that community
can't stay there.
And it's a word for that.
Gentrification?
Yeah, yes, that's what they call that. That's what they call that. That's
exactly
the word for
what
that.
They call it.
You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new 99 Jams morning show, y'all. And as a community-owned public media resource, WJM 99 Jams relies on the support of listeners like you to keep the shows that you love on the air, the doors open, lights on, and to continue to put out quality programming in the Tampa Bay area. Please consider making a donation or becoming a show sponsor today. You can do so by visiting 99jamstheberg.com, clicking the donate button, y'all.
All right, I see Kayla done topped in.
Okay.
And happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Kayla.
That's what's up.
Mama Blue in the building.
Mama
Blue, what it do?
It was good to see you Saturday, even though I didn't really see you Saturday. I saw you, but I didn't.
So hold on. Oh, that's what I was say.
Yeah.
Saturday, 99 Jams the Bird had their 6-year anniversary.
Yes.
It was a star-studded event.
Oh my God.
2 events.
Yeah, 2 events. Yeah.
It was an event here at the station, and then there was an event at the historic Manhattan Casino later tonight. It was the gala.
Yes, yes.
Oh my
God. Awards banquet. Yeah.
And they brought they splat.
The splat.
Boy, they was in there.
Yeah, was in there.
Listen, I got the footage.
Community showed up here at the celebration too, man.
Even in the rain.
Yeah.
Even in the rain, right?
Yeah. So and actually the rain didn't start until like afterwards, maybe 3, 4.
After we had left.
And so like around noon or 1, it was beautiful in here.
Yeah.
And, had community leaders. Shout out to like Richie Floyd. He came through. Keisha Benson. Caprice came through. We had some international folks that came in. I forget what his role is, but it's like somebody in government in Jamaica.
Oh yes,
like the generals,
the surgeon general.
I'm gonna mess it up.
So they did their thing.
Yeah, it was. International.
Honestly, I missed it.
You did.
I did.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. You could have just talked without even incriminating yourself.
Peace and light. I see you, bro.
I would have been there, but I was at the homegoing for Sean.
Oh yes. You have
and that was the reason why. And that was like a 4-hour.
You read my mind. This Wi-Fi. That was excuse. You ain't even got to explain.
Right.
That's real.
Yeah.
And so I was there.
And there was quite a few people. There was some folks that was supposed to be here
that had to be there.
There was 2
major respect.
There was 2 big funerals
that
weekend. And Eli.
And Eli. Yeah.
We're probably going to be talking about them for now until. You know what I found out? So
that's the work, man.
Yeah, it is.
When you do it right.
When you do it right.
Yeah. People remember.
Yes, they do.
Even if you don't see it in your lifetime.
And that's one of the things. Remember, like in like the St. Pete community, I'm sure this goes on in plenty of communities. Politics and community. We don't give people their roses while they're here.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't even know. Sometimes people don't know how much they're appreciated,
right,
or loved. Right. While they're in the physical, and then once they transition, it's an outpouring.
Yeah,
it is, and you need to tell people now.
Yeah,
sometimes you know what I mean.
What's on your mind when to give people their roses? That's what's on my mind.
Yeah, give somebody their roses, man. Give us a call.
Look,
give somebody their roses.
637-2460. You know what? Give people their roses. If it's somebody who did something to you, like in a good way, blessed you in some, just lighten up your day. Give us a call. Let's shout them out today.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, let's start off. I'm gonna show you how to do it.
Or go on Facebook and say something about it. Let's tag that person in. We're giving out flowers today.
Okay.
Mama Blue said she liked the white ones, the roses.
Okay, white roses. We sending out white roses.
So since you red roses. Start with Mama Blue on there, I'm gonna give my roses right now to Mama Blue. Mama Blue has been an anchor in this community for years. When Cheyenne was young, I have to say thank you to Mama Blue because she helped me navigate this. She put me in situations that I wouldn't have ever been in.
Wow.
if it wasn't for her.
Mama
she said, hey, Qiana is talented. They have programs at Ruth Eckerd Hall, Wayland, Clearwater, right?
Where in Clearwater?
Way at Clearwater.
Way out yonder.
You gotta put the L on there. Wayland, Clearwater.
Where is that?
Past Drew Street.
Send me the address.
The Wayland.
Hey, send me the address.
Send me the address to Wayland.
But she helped me. She said, hey, go here.
That's right.
And I went there, and I was a teen parent. I was young, but with the help of the community and Mama Blue.
That was the support that you needed when you needed it.
Right, when I needed it. And I mean, honestly, Qiana was typically the only freckle there. But when I say she got so many
she call her
I ain't want to say that.
she got so many opportunities and
she's the amazing star right now because of that.
And so Mama Blue, I thank you.
Yeah,
I know I told you before, but I'm saying it publicly now. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right.
So my flowers are going to Mama Blue right now.
Okay, I want to send. I got a couple sets of flowers. Right. I want to definitely send flowers out to my wife. Preschool board,
absolutely.
Number Edmond. And I also got to send a shout out to my team.
Yeah,
Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Reno Moore in here. Qiana, Brother John, and former host Carla Bristol.
Yes.
Janet Michelle. Yeah. Because this has been an outlet. 99 Jams, Power Plug Radio. And I want to give y'all flowers because this opportunity, this was like a dream. I always wanted to do some radio. I always wanted to do something like this. And then the opportunity came.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? The team was in place, right?
Yeah.
The team was like there, like, and carried this load.
Yeah,
I be missing days. I'm like, how you missing your dream?
You
sleep.
Now you tell him what he told you. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Listen, they be seeing I don't be here. Right? They see I don't be here. I be sleep. I wake up. It's a mission to wake me up early too. Yeah. But don't worry about it. Thank y'all so much, Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, because y'all know the city loves y'all, the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
I get so much love about this radio show, man. Thank you for the people who join and listen.
Right.
Since we've been here about 5 years, 4 years.
2018. So what's that? 4 years? 8, 9?
4 years. We started at SCIU office.
Yeah.
Brother John had all the equipment.
No, we was putting it together.
DJ Shouty J. Every day he come back with something new. Hey, man, every weekend.
We got some new toys and tools.
Hey, and this is a funny thing. Reno used to always come, but he would sit behind stage.
Yeah.
And we'll just be always laughing, cracking up, and then we'll go back to the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then one day, I don't know, Brother John said, come on, I guess Janet was gone or something. Come on, sit right here. I got a microphone. And some headphones for you.
Come on.
And there go Reno.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was magic, right?
Yeah.
That's how it happens, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, you know how your story was. It was an interview that turned into like.
Yes. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
She came in to promote
an event. What was that? Halloween?
No. It was the Pretty Girl Takeover. It was right after the Pretty Girl Takeover.
Yeah.
So you know what? And the Pretty Girl Takeover was real. That's during the Super Bowl in Tampa.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was 2020 then.
Yeah.
Was that 2020?
Yes, it was. Wait, what? No, it was. Yeah,
19.
No, it was 2021.
Okay, 21. Okay,
no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Super Bowl.
When the Bucks went to the Super Bowl, somebody put it in the comments.
I'll tell you this: 2020 and like 2021. That seemed like one long year to me.
Yeah,
like
it was
COVID year.
Yeah.
No, so this is how I know it is.
For me.
2020, the world was shut down.
Yep.
But Florida was open and we had the Super Bowl.
No, everybody was no.
Florida shut down in March.
No, it shut down in March. So there was no Super Bowl, and I was pregnant that year, right?
Okay, 21.
And then 2021.
Look, that's one of them. How you gonna tell me?
Yeah, I know
that. She did. How you gonna tell me? I see you bite down.
I see you bite all the words.
You bit down real hard on that one because she dropped it in there too, so smooth.
Ain't nothing after that.
Like, how you gonna tell me? I know when it was King Jab in the building.
What you talking about, Willie?
Yes, you could give yourself
King
your
Jab word on
word to the people. Yeah, the voice of the people.
Well, we do know that Jabbar is so black.
Yeah, he's so black.
That he messed up. So, are you giving out flowers to somebody?
I'll give it to her after the break. We're gonna do flowers after the break.
Flowers.
I mean, because I got some more flowers I can give out. We need to get around.
We're gonna give our flowers, but we gotta pay bills though. So so we gotta do our station identification. We're gonna pay a couple bills, and we'll be right back.
Listen
after
to Democracy Now
with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
WUJM, St. Petersburg, 9 jams each day.
The United States has approved an additional $100 million worth of military aid to Ukraine, which would be used to meet an urgent Ukrainian need for further Javelin surface-to-air missiles. US spokesman said Ukrainian forces have been using the shoulder-mounted weapons effectively in defending their country. The international humanitarian charity MSF has said hospitals must absolutely be spared from attack in Ukraine. The head of MSF's mission in the country, Michel-Olivier Lacharité, told the BBC several medical facilities were hit in the Black Sea port of Mykolaiv in the past 2 days. He said the munitions, which hit 2 hospitals on Monday, could have been cluster bombs.
We confirm that it's a residential area in the middle of the day with a lot of people in the street. We can't say if there is military target. There is a large area covering 200-300 meters. I don't believe that this way to target a military target, but I don't understand why we can shell a large area during this day. So it's dramatic for the population, and we call for the respect of civilians and for hospitals.
That's the head of MFF's mission in the country, Michel-Olivier Lacharité. Heavy fighting and Russian airstrikes are continuing in the besieged Ukrainian city of Mariupol.
We'll get an update from Afghan-American women's rights advocate Masouda Sultan and Code Pink's Medea Benjamin. They've just returned from visiting Afghanistan. All that and more coming up. Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the United Nations Security Council Tuesday and blasted the UN for failing to take action to end Russia's invasion. He accused Russian forces of executions, torture, and rape, including in the city of Bucha, where videos have emerged showing dead bodies lying in the street.
Due to the Russian actions on the territory of my country, on Ukrainian territory, the most terrible war crimes since World War II are committed.
The killings in Bucha have led to new calls for sanctions. On Tuesday, the European Union proposed banning coal imports from Russia. Meanwhile, Russia is continuing to deny it killed civilians in Bucha. On Tuesday, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov accused Ukraine and its allies of spreading propaganda about what happened there.
In recent days, the propaganda machine of the West and Ukraine has been working purely to fuel the hysteria over the video that was filmed, as we understand, by the Ukrainian military, by the security service in the town of Bucha and Kiev region. We are inclined to think that the reason is the intention to derail negotiations with Ukraine. Moreover, to do it at the moment when it began to gleam, even if it was not too bright yet.
The Russian Defense Ministry has claimed the killings in Bucha occurred after Russian troops withdrew from the region March 30th, but multiple news outlets report satellite imagery shows bodies lying in the streets of Bucha before the Russian troops left. Meanwhile, Ukrainian officials say another massacre occurred in the town of Bordyanka outside the capital Kiev. Local officials fear as many as 200 people have died. On Tuesday, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg warned the war in Ukraine's entering a new phase.
In the coming weeks, we expect a further Russian push in the eastern and southern Ukraine to try to take the entire Donbass and to create a land bridge to occupied Crimea. So this is a crucial phase of the war.
The Biden administration pledged an additional $100 million in military aid to Ukraine for the purchase of Javelin anti-tank missiles. Since the invasion began, the U.S. has approved at least $1.7 billion in military aid for Ukraine. General Mark Milley, the chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, told lawmakers Tuesday he expects the fighting in Ukraine to continue for years.
But I do think this is a very protracted conflict, and I think it's at least measured in years. I don't know about decade, but at least years for sure. This is a very extended conflict that Russia has initiated, and I think that NATO, the United States, Ukraine, and all of the allies and partners that are supporting Ukraine are going to be involved in this for quite some time.
A coalition of aid groups are warning West Africa is facing its worst food crisis in a decade, due in part to drought, floods, fighting, and the war in Ukraine.
All right, welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
I am the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAT.
CDAT.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us redefine what's cool. So go ahead and tag a friend, man.
Tag a friend. Ms. Blue says she want to give her flowers out to the people in the community that lost someone to gun violence.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. And I see, Kyla got her flowers, right? Thank you for the nice birthday shout out. Yep. Yeah. So my flowers.
Go ahead.
Who you think I got flowers
Oh,
from?
they're going straight to your wife.
You better know it. Yeah, I got to do that. And my family in general. Just, I appreciate them. And, I just want to give them flowers. I talk about it all the time, but any opportunity that I get to say thank you, I'm really learning how to take it. And I'm reading this book. So y'all know Erica Hall. She's been a guest on here before. Erica Hall is with the Food Policy Council. And she's also a board member of the One Community Grocery Co-op, which is a project of the New Deal for St. Pete and see that and all that good stuff. We got to start saying that.
We got to review that
because we just be saying stuff and don't really say how like we connected to it. And so I'm trying to be better about that and tell our story. But Erica Hall, she recommended this book. Actually, she didn't recommend it. She just said that she was reading it.
And then you just decided to read it with her.
Man, I just do that. I got a problem with books. I told you that's like one of my addictions, right? And
that's a good addiction.
Yeah. So she and I got like this Kindle now. So
I'm bro, y'all that gave me books. Hey, hold on, I got something for you.
What's the name of the book?
Old man, getting your kid. I got something for you right here.
I got something for you. Slide you this book. Check this out.
Hey, but listen, but the book I ain't gonna lie. The book the man gave me, like just prepared me for what I was gonna be doing like 24 months later, 36 months later, and I had like a whole arsenal. Yeah, I had a toolbox of tools because he gave me what's the name of the book? Chaos of the Community.
Yeah,
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember the name?
Yeah, and he read the book. That's the other thing because I gave a lot of people books, but they don't read them.
He read it.
Yeah,
that turned the stove on, but the stove was hot. Don't touch the stove; it's hot.
He read.
I done read that book.
So what's the name of the book that you read?
It's Growing Gratitude.
Okay.
Growing Gratitude, right? And it's 101 meditations for like increasing gratitude. And one of the things that when I read last night, it was saying how you thank people, right? But you want to thank God for those people also, because it's like growing in gratitude. Like that person is in your life for a reason. And so the reason may not be known, but the author of all these things, God or your higher power. And so when I say thank you, I also say thank God for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Yeah. So that you kind of pulling the string and getting back to the source. You know what I'm saying? And so so that was shout out to Erica for the wonderful book recommendation, and I'm in it. 101 meditations. That was the first one I read. And because I just got the book.
So are you reading the books? What books you read?
I'm not reading any books right now.
Okay.
Not saying that I'm not a book reader.
No, but
I'm just not reading. I'm just not reading.
That's what I'm talking about. The realness. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Come on, man.
What you trying to set me up?
I'm reading my Bible.
So I ain't reading no books either, but I do listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of
That's
audiobooks.
True. That's true.
What they call not philosophers, what they call Reno call them master teachers.
Okay.
So I got some master teachers from Reno I listen to.
I know you was listening to Napoleon like this.
Yeah,
he is a audio book. I think you was doing audio books before they did audio books. Like,
I would try to find
find stuff.
And I mean audio books work really good because like I'm one of the people that's like 95% of the time is in my car.
Yeah.
I just be busy and it's easy to just listen.
Yeah.
And I'm doing something else.
I think I might get on with that. I've been like
resisting
Audible.
I'm just listening and doing so much other stuff.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's powerful. I've seen you do it. And
listen, I'm gonna get in the car and ride and listen to something.
Look, I done came in an office and sat and just listened to. I think we was listening to Napoleon Hill or something. And one of the things about it is like the stuff that he listened to, we actually do.
Oh yeah, we be putting it on.
Like we really try. Like we might not execute it to perfection, but we be trying our best. Like when them people be teaching and talking, we be like really.
When you go to these master classes,
Good morning, Erica. Thank you.
And listen to them or read these books, it's a good feeling when you know that you're walking the right path, because a lot of times it's like confirmation to you that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
like it's not like we don't know what we're supposed to be doing.
True.
But then
that confirmation is powerful.
It is confirmation. Yeah. You have somebody else who wrote the book that people believe in,
right?
And rave that this is it, and then you read it, you be like, oh, I was doing all of this.
Oh yeah, that's what we do.
This is what we do. All right.
Well, they said some of the best books are the ones that remind you of things that you already know anyway.
Look, the book says the book reader.
Yeah, it's like the stuff that because you think about
right though,
books, it's like I knew that, but it was just somebody else said
confirmation.
It's just confirmation, it's validation. And my daughter, she sent me something too, because we have these games that we play as our family, and she sent me something on one of the games, and she said it's not that we don't know what to do. We just have to have the discipline to do it, because at this point we're in an information age, right? So
you know what to do.
Yeah, you know what to do. Most of the time, you know what to do, and that's like relationships and all of that stuff. You know what to do. It's just having the discipline and the focus and the courage and whatever else it takes for you to actually pull the trigger and execute.
So
King Jab got a book too. King Jab said
we got a phone call.
He says, "Standing at the Scratch Line" by Guy Johnson.
Hey, okay, and I want to say this about reading, right? Like they say, reading is fundamental, this and that, but we want to make sure we don't let y'all know we're not shaming people who can't read. That's why we brought up the different options, right? Audible books,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just listen to it. You get what I'm saying? Because you can gain knowledge, and you're not pigeonholed it to the certain way to gain it.
Right. All right. So it's what's on your mind Wednesday. Caller, you on the air?
Beautiful morning. This is a great topic to tap in on. I no longer say I struggle with dyslexia, but I've learned that I read differently from everybody else. And so it's not that I can't read. I just learned that I do it different, which means I'm fully capable of doing it. So when I measure it to somebody else's compatibility, then I feel like I can't or I'm not able to do it. So I love that y'all talking about this.
Appreciate that,
man. That was powerful. Because I do that. I got like dyslexia. I see things backwards. We'll look at something and I say 8:52, but no, that's on 7:30. I'm like, oh man, I got 8:52.
No, you had the right numbers. It just be in the wrong order, and it's like,
and I'd be like, I can't hide it.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
I embrace it. It's a strength there. But I just would like to share the Blue Lips Don't Care experience is what I was calling it.
Blue Lips Don't Care.
Yes.
Blue Lips Don't Care.
Okay,
go ahead.
Talk to us.
Because we no longer care about the stigmas and the narratives. Like, it's time to have conversations. It's time to have those hard conversations around death, particularly because I'm watching from my family and other people's families how we're not having this conversation, and we're still faced with the unlearned behavior from it, and we can prepare for death and plan for it. So the Blue Lips Don't Care experience is celebrating our second annual event in honor of my cousin who passed away. So we'll be downtown by the Vinoy doing kickball this Friday, from 5 to sunset. And then Saturday morning, we'll be at Gulfport. We'll be working out some yoga, mind, heart stimulation, because it's an in and out. We can't just fix the outside and don't attend to those things on the inside of us. So Saturday morning, we'll be at Gulfport from 8 to 11. And then Sunday, we'll be at the Courtney Causeway. Come out. We're doing faith, family, and fun. But we're going to bring solutions. We're not bringing problems because we always got a problem.
That's true.
But what we don't have is enough solutions. So I want everybody to bring the solutions because it's how we share our testimony. It's how we can help somebody overcome. And that's what we don't have enough of is solutions.
Wow. I love
it. Did you say your name? What's your name?
She did.
My name is Sierra Clark.
Oh, and I know who it was. I'm sorry.
Hey, because thank you for that. You really brought some flavor.
I dance with words. That's what I teach the children now, to teach them to embrace uniqueness. If you can have them to, make it their unique thing, it's not something that they're afraid to say in a room of other people to where it's different and it looks different. because we all are fully capable of reading. And I think it's just an outline of thinking you're going to understand all the words. But it gives you a chance to open a dictionary. And if you didn't know that word, now you can expand your knowledge. And knowledge is power. So y'all be great. Thank y'all for what y'all do on the air.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Yes. What she said was powerful. I like it. You got to take care of yourself inside and out.
Yes.
And we talking. So when you asked me the book, the last book I got was a suggestion from my therapist, Boundaries.
Okay.
When to say yes and how to say no to take control of your life.
How to say no.
When to say yes, how to say no.
Listen, we're gonna start talking
of your life. Go ahead.
We're gonna start talking about books. We're gonna start talking about books. We're gonna start talking about reading. And like I said, we're not shaming people who can't read because we're gonna suggest audible books that you can just listen to. Because it's about literacy. It's not about like shaming or blaming, but we're gonna move the community forward.
Absolutely.
Hello, caller.
Caller, give us your name and what's on your mind.
What's going on?
What's good with you? Please give us your
this
name.
Is Eddie.
Brother Eddie, it's What's on Your Mind Wednesday,
Hey,
Brother
Eddie,
Eddie. What's on your mind, man?
Man, first and foremost, I'd like to congratulate y'all on y'all radio show, man. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
You know my topic is always dealing with those ex-cons, my man.
Okay. Talk to me.
One thing that I'm working on now, and I want to push is that we have to understand once someone is like myself that has done a lot of time, when we released into society, we're not still incarcerated, because society sometimes thinks that we're still incarcerated and use our past against us, but we've become bigger and better men today. So that's what's on my mind today. Open society eyes about those brothers that done time and out here working every day and taking care of their families. I think it's important that we recognize them brothers and stop putting the foot on their necks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I appreciate that. Thank you for calling, Brother Eddie.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
And that's it is.
It's a heavy topic, right? It's really real. If I could have a question, like for people who are released, what can society do for you to help you transition into this a little bit smoother? Because they have counseling in prison, like they have therapists or whatever the case may be.
You see my face?
Radio
can't see my face.
I know, but I can. You did a Qiana face.
Yeah, right.
But like when you come in to give them the tool to reposition themselves back in, because the thought process and the way that you live in prison is not the same way that you live back out here. Right. And then you find a lot of people that are still like shell shock, I guess.
Okay.
When they get out here, I don't know if I'm saying it right. And it's hard for them to, readjust to this life.
Right. No, I'm with you. Call us. What's on your mind Wednesday? Give us your name and what's on your mind.
Brother John, let me answer that for that sister.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you.
We don't have real counseling. Most people that come behind that gate is a job for them, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the help that society so claimed that we have.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you see a lot of people returning back to jail and prison, because we don't have true transitional homes. We don't have true people to stand up. Yeah, you're gonna help me for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a month or so, and then I'm a forgotten soldier, just like a fallen soldier in the military. I'm forgotten about.
That's right. That's right.
So
they give you a list. They give you a list of resources. So they give you a packet, and that packet say, call these people, or here's a place that you can go for jobs. Like they give you lists. I haven't really. I mean, this is what I've experienced. They don't really give you the support.
True.
They'll give you a printed piece of paper and say, okay, you need a job. Here's a list of people who's hiring. Go be great. You know what I'm saying?
And they gave me that list, Brother John. They gave me that list. And when I came home, I went through that list, literally 5 pages.
Yeah.
I went through that list. And every individual that took an application, you don't get a return phone call because you're that convicted felon.
Right. But that's their idea of helping. And they sit and they wait for you to come. You come, they give you the list, and then they tell you. And then when you come back and say, well, they're not hiring, then they ask you to maybe come into a program. It's probably, Like again, I've seen it. They do these voluntary programs that are like 8 hours long. It's 8 hours a day. And it's voluntary though, right?
So it's taking up your time. You're not getting really good resources from it, and then you're not being able to pay your bills.
Yeah.
Because when you come back out here, you still need to survive.
Absolutely.
You still need to provide for not just you, and most people have families out here. So like again, my question is like, where do if it was an ideal world, what would be when you step out of them prison doors? What would you want to help you transition smoothly?
A true transitional house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when I say true transitional house, no disrespect to anybody that has a very high education level in the criminal justice system. No disrespect to nobody, but you really can't fix my problem because you never experienced what I've experienced.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't really relate. Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. I'm sorry. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Transitional housing. I love that. And he said true transitional house, because
you need people like myself like myself, not me. You don't have to be me.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about people like myself to run it.
Right.
I can see that. I mean, because like I'm asking the questions, like I would love to help, but I know I've never experienced that, but I have experienced it through other people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I've had my fathers, you know what I mean? I know people who've gotten out, and even though like I want to like go and save the world and heal whatever's broken, I can't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially with not the right tools.
That's true. But Brother Eddie, man, thank you for lifting it up this morning, man.
Peace. Much love.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I like this. So,
I love it. It's What's on Your Mind Wednesday, y'all.
It is.
And you listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new morning show right here on 99 Jams the Bird. Give us a call, 727-637-2416. The Amazon man, the brother who did the union. So look, Amazon man.
Oh, here we go, call.
We're going to talk about that in a minute, y'all. It's What's on Your Mind Wednesday. Caller, give us your name and what's on your mind.
Hey, just getting me called. This is Mr. Edmund.
Okay. Mr. Edmund, what's on your mind?
Mr. Edmund left the building.
I want to thank Eddie for calling in. You know, I was listening as I left, and I really appreciate him giving that insight because I'm a returning citizen. I came home too, and I was blessed. I had a support system, family, friends, people who helped me.
Right.
And I always, and what made me think is when you see somebody who changed their life, you know what I mean? You can use them people as example, but don't tell people, oh, you see, he did it, you can do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, everybody's path is different.
That's true.
Because yes, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's support system is different. Because when I think about what helped me change and helped me get my life on track, it was really the support system. I had drive, I had it in me. But my support system really carried me and picked me up through them hard times. Thank y'all so much. I'm tuned in, man, and I'm hanging up so somebody else can call in.
Appreciate
and
it,
I'm glad he said that because another thing, your race is your race.
Yeah.
You can only be the best you. You cannot be the best. I can't be the best Brother John.
No.
Because the only person that can be Brother John is Brother John.
Right.
Qiana can only be Qiana. So when I am striving to be a better person, I'm striving to be the better person than I was yesterday.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If I ran the 100 in 9 seconds, I can only beat my time.
No, that's a world record too. I think.
I don't want to throw that out there.
No, I got you. That's a fast 100.
I know.
Here's something Sierra said when she called in about comparisons and how you compare yourself to others, and you compare. And this was a thought that I had. I actually posted it about the Will Smith because one of the things they were saying was people was talking about how we look in front of white people.
Right.
And I'm like, well, how we look in front of ourselves?
Right.
Because if we continue to use the European standard as the standard that we're measuring ourselves against, will we ever truly be quote unquote successful? Because they're not successful if you really look at it, right? But if we're using them as the standard of this is what success is, and we're trying to get as close to where they are, and we're calling that success, I think we're doing ourselves a disservice, especially like when we talk about like student success in schools, right? Like they're comparing our performance to the performance of white students, but even the white students are not performing like they should be.
Right.
So why are we using them as a standard? I get that we're using gaps and we're trying to measure. You know what I mean?
It's society has told us, and then but we're breaking away from that. This is why our governor said he want to stop the stay woke.
Oh yeah, because we're not using that standards anymore.
We're no longer
like the standard of beauty. We did it with beauty.
Right.
Because at one point white women were the standard of beauty, and they had, their ideas of what was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And we redefined what beauty is, and now they want to look like us. We see it. but I digress.
We even had somebody pretend she was black.
Oh, for a long time.
Okay.
Caller. What's on your mind? Give us your name and what's on your mind.
Yeah, this King Jab. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
can.
Yes,
we can.
Hey, man, I wanted to touch on this convicted felon situation, man, because this is very near and dear to my heart because I'm one of them people.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Most importantly, what we don't have, and it's the same play they do when they say they're doing things for our community. They write these programs, and they come in here and say, we're going to help the convicted felons, and then they go in there and hire a whole bunch of people that aren't convicted felons.
Yeah.
They don't even want to hire convicted felons, but they're here to help the convicted felons.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's the first problem, because now that you got somebody that has no idea what I've been through,
right,
what I'm going through, or what I'm facing, and you're trying to pretty much advise me on how to proceed forth in this lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that's the main problem. I've seen it when we was working with the street team. And you remember this, Brother John, I used to get so frustrated, and it came to one point, I'm going to point out this one instance. I'm like, look, if they can't get an email, man, I'm not going to even help them. Yeah. And I had to check myself. Because, like, bro, they don't know.
Yeah.
These people ain't never seen a smartphone.
That's true. We found that out. That's true. When we were doing the census, we were actually doing the census, and Jab led the street team. Thank you, Jab, for the amazing work that you did. And we got the numbers and the stats to show how successful the program was. Thank you for that. But what we found was there were people who have done long times in prison, and they couldn't work technology.
Because when they went in, there wasn't a
smartphone. Like they didn't have smartphones.
Go ahead, Jab. Another problem is it's the workforce.
Yeah.
I had one gentleman, man, that was in prison, and he was training dogs. And that was his passion. And I literally worked with this man for about 2 months while he was there with the street team before he disappeared on me, trying to help him find a job training dogs.
Right.
No one would even pretty much give him a call back because he had that felony on his record.
Right.
But this man has trained several dogs that are being used by the police and military right now to sniff bombs and drugs.
Right. But he can't get out and train the dog for.
You don't want to hire us for the skills that we're getting in prison because we are convicted felons.
Right. So
one of the first. Go ahead, Brother John.
No, you got it. You got the mic.
One of the first times, man, I can also add up when you called me out and said, I want you to come to this community meeting. And I stood up and said something because everybody was talking, but they was talking around us. Yeah. And I said, because I was just out, and I said, listen, I hear what y'all saying, but every time somebody say convicted felon, y'all face ball up, just like it's doing right now. And we're the fathers of this community. If y'all not going to empower us, how do y'all think y'all going to help the kids in this community?
Right. That's right.
Y'all don't want to empower the fathers. Y'all want the fathers because anytime we try to get a job that pays more than $12 an hour, they say we need a level 2 background check.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
So that's the entire problem with our community, man. You know me, I like to be blunt and frank with it, man. They write the programs and they go hire these white people to run it, man, and their interest is not us.
Real talk, man. Thank you for calling, King Jab. We on tomorrow, right? Voice of the people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm in here tomorrow, man. I don't even know where I'm going with it tomorrow. I think I might piggyback on this one tomorrow because I can do a whole show on this, man. I can do a whole show. I can do a whole show on the resources. I can show data,
right,
or what needs to be done. I can show you, like I mean, even with dealing with these men, and I done seen men walk into the perk building, and I understand that the perk building's there to help them, but even though they're hiring from us, it's still a restriction because they don't really know what these men are facing, man. You have to have somebody that know that hey, this man did 10 months in solitary confinement, so he may be a little old.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like the movie. It's just like the movie when you're talking to yourself and seeing the visions and all that. It's just like the movie.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, that's right. That's that post-traumatic stress, and everybody not equipped to deal with it, and we don't really appreciate it when we talking about returning citizens. We'll talk about veterans all day, but we won't talk about returning citizens and the conditions that they have lived under.
It's definitely when you talk to some.
I'm gonna let you get on with the jab.
Go ahead, jab.
All right, cool.
But when you talk to some of them, you know what I mean. You can tell the disconnect.
Yeah.
Some people have a strong mindset that it didn't, condition them to be criminal. I don't know how I want to say this. Put them in that box as if they're still incarcerated.
Yeah. Once you get out, you still ain't really free.
No, because your mind,
because you got the label, the badge, just like that scarlet letter is what they took.
Letter. And not only your mindset had to change while you were in prison because you're on survival mode.
Yeah.
A different type of survival mode than you are out here in the world. And so the first thing to make something, you have to make sure people's mind is intact.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that they can be they can be survivors of this.
No, that's right.
Yeah, I mean,
Sierra said, but they use your knowledge though. They'll take your knowledge and use your knowledge.
Will they?
Yeah, they'll have you volunteering to do it, and they're getting paid, and then the volunteer, is doing the job of the paid staff most of the time. 120 a week, 2 times. And he wants to earn money. So there's like a whole resource sharing going on in the chat too, y'all. And so I appreciate y'all. Mama Blue put some questions in the chat and the answers are coming through the chat. So thank y'all for that as well. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Again, you're listening to the new morning show right here on 99 Jams the Berg. If you'd like to sponsor a show, or if you'd like to donate, man, please make sure that you go to 99jamstheberg.com. Click that donate button and show your love, y'all. So I want to talk about this real quick. The man who beat Amazon says he's just getting started.
Okay, go ahead.
After becoming the first of the online retailers, U.S. workers to vote in favor of forming a union, Amazon employees in New York aren't resting on their laurels. He said, we are already having interest that are coming in from other buildings, said Christian Smalls, who spearheaded the Amazon labor union battle. It's a $1.7 trillion company, and they're hailing this as like a David, versus Goliath, because they have like union busting tactics in place, and the brother actually overcame it. Smalls, who is an interim president of the ALU, formed the group last year after Amazon fired him in March 2020, following his efforts to organize protests over Amazon's COVID-19 protocols. He said that the Amazon labor union wants to take its fight to any Amazon facility where workers show an interest in organizing. How about that?
I like it.
How about that one?
Because sometimes he took the loss and now he's going to get the game.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. He didn't take the loss. He took the lesson.
Yeah.
He took the lesson and applied the lesson and ended up unionizing, because I think the backstory was that he was complaining about COVID protocols. Right. And, in March of 2020, he was like, saying,
because New York was like,
he was like, y'all tripping. Like, they didn't have safety stuff in the warehouse where he was. And so he was like asking them to, step the game up, and they ended up he said they quarantined him first. Even though he hadn't had COVID, hadn't had any contact with anything, they quarantined him. And then after he came off the quarantine, he ended up getting fired. And when he got fired, he started organizing. He organized the workers at his facility, 5,000 workers, and they became a union. And now I think let me see what it says here, because they actually have some demands. Let me just see where
that's what happened when you get a union.
When you get a union, it says workers at an Amazon warehouse in Alabama last week also cast their ballot for a second time on whether or not to unionize. The outcome of the vote is still pending. The union's demands include higher pay, more promotions, and better working conditions. The union is asking Amazon to raise associates' pay by 7.5% to match the soaring rate of inflation, and also reinstate 20-minute breaks and provide shuttles for workers. So, they got a list of demands, and they got a union.
I mean, Amazon is taking over the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. You can see, you see Amazon trucks. So my dog hates Amazon trucks.
Okay.
I always know when the delivery man is somewhere.
Amazon trucks. Huh?
Yeah, he go crazy. Yeah. But no, they're taking over the world. They are taking over the world. So at this point, I don't think their demands are,
Absolutely.
unreasonable.
No, not at all. And I'm excited about just seeing, people really understanding the importance of getting together.
Because we think about like these companies are making so much money.
This thing said $1.7 trillion.
They're making so much money.
Amazon, $1.7 trillion.
And they're still giving people pennies.
Yeah. And what he was saying was before being fired 2 years ago, Smalls worked as a processing assistant for the Amazon on Staten Island. In making the case for higher pay and better working conditions, he noted the physical strain of working at the facilities, given the massive size. He said, you're doing 10 to 12 hours of calisthenics, not even including your commute, which could be 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on where you live in New York City. So the time it takes to get there, and then the time that, that you on your feet slinging them boxes. Matter of fact, I got a cousin. He was just telling me, we was at a repast, for one of my aunts, and he was telling me about how, they work you, boy.
I can believe it.
They whacking you, boy.
So I use the word.
Old people used to say whack.
Whack.
They whacking you.
I use the word for UPS for a second.
Okay.
Just for a split second.
Gotcha.
A split second. Real. Okay, so I was in the warehouse, right?
Okay.
And so anybody who worked for UPS, the first step is in the warehouse, you load the trucks or you unload the truck. I'm loading the truck, right?
Okay. With tools or with just you?
Yeah. And then you got to build a box. Like build a wall.
Okay.
All the way up. Boom. Everybody know me. I'm 4'11".
Okay.
On a good day, maybe 5'1", depending on the shoes.
Okay, gotcha.
Boom, with some good sneakers.
Right.
And I was telling myself, I'm getting paid to work out.
Okay, so that
was my motivation.
Right. I'm getting paid to work out because it's a workout.
Right.
Yeah.
Until one day I started throwing up air. I didn't even have nothing else.
Dry heaving.
I couldn't do nothing else. That was my last day.
Oh, wow.
I was like, this ain't for me.
Wow. Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah, so I mean,
so
kudos to the people who do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of the people.
Real deal. So did you see this thing? Former nurse Rhonda Vaught was found guilty in a fatal drug mix-up. There was a jury trial. This was last week. They found Rhonda Vaught guilty of gross neglect of an impaired adult and criminally negligent homicide for a medication mix-up in 2017 that resulted in a woman's death. She will be sentenced May 13th. Vaught faces 3 to 6 years on the neglect conviction and 1 to 3 years on the homicide conviction. The jury was made up of 6 women, 6 men, including current and former healthcare professionals. 3-day trial. But here's, I guess, the backstory. So a former Vanderbilt nurse, Vaught administered the paralytic. Look, I'm reading a health story with all of these big name drugs. So paralytic vercunium bromide.
Well, what the medicine?
Yeah, instead of the sedated Versed. Okay. She was in the hospital improving from a brain bleed, but she ended up dying from the error. So basically, she mixed the wrong drugs, gave it to the lady. The lady ended up dying. The district attorney's office were adamant that the case would set a precedent in the nursing community, even though nurses have said they're worried it will, because they're saying now, like,
okay, so
you set that precedent. Like, she made a bad concoction, gave it to somebody, the people died.
Okay, so this
nursing community is like, oh my God, this is bad for us.
It is bad for them.
Yeah.
I mean, because at this point now it's gonna give another consent that people are gonna sign saying that, like, if
no, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if we mix the wrong cocktail and you die, then
you know what I mean?
Bad. Keep going.
And you never want nobody's life to end, but we are human.
Yeah.
People make mistakes. Now there are life and death mistakes. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
a
this
big
was
one, though, Qiana.
It is, but it's still life.
That's your auntie.
It's still life.
I'm saying that's your auntie that got caught up in that mistake that somebody made.
I did, but you know what? And I probably will be angry at first.
Yeah.
But I want to think, unless this person was evil, they did what they thought was best.
Okay.
And sometimes
so,
when
so
you
I guess
think
like
that,
malice and intent and all of that
right,
stuff
when you do what you think is best, you're not always going to have the best outcome.
True.
But you do what you think is best. Like, I don't think she signed up to be a nurse to kill people.
Right.
I think she signed up to be a nurse to help people. And do you think that she would have given this person this and the guilt that she has because that she's carrying along? This sentence ain't gonna take that guilt away.
Yeah, you gotta live with it. Yeah.
If she's a nurse, the nurses that I know that love what they do, they have a passion for this. If they make this small mistake, this is something that they take home with them every day.
Yeah.
But with this big mistake, a huge mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you carry it. Yeah, no, I got it. I'm with you on that. And look, here's another story that's kind of piggybacking on that. Because you said that people don't sign up intentionally to kill people. Howsoever.
And then we're gonna do Ask Qiana after this.
We'll do Ask Qiana. Howsoever, physician-assisted death in Oregon is no longer limited to just state residents. So terminally ill patients seeking physician-assisted death in Oregon, where it is legal, are no longer required to be residents of the state under the settlement that was reached in a federal lawsuit last week. So in Oregon, in order for a patient to participate in physician-assisted death, they must be 18 years old, be capable of making decisions on their own, and have been diagnosed with a terminal illness that will lead to death within 6 months. There are several other requirements for patients and doctors in order to proceed with this process, however, and then there's several states, including California, Vermont, New Jersey, that have passed laws in recent years that support physician-assisted death. So people actually want to go to the doctor and have the doctor take them out of here.
Some people do.
Yeah.
And I think that is their personal choice.
Interesting. Yeah.
But I really do, because I mean, honestly,
if you're ready to go,
if you're in that much pain and your life quality is going, and if you
I guess the rules make it where you can't just be like, all right, I done had enough, I'm ready to go see the doctor.
Yeah, no, you had, like they said, you have to have an illness that say that they're gonna kill you within 6 months. You know?
Terminal illness, be capable of making your own decisions, over 18. Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, so on the other side.
But then you got people who had them terminal illnesses and they told you you're gonna die in 6 months. They live 5 more years.
And those people are fighters.
Okay. So the ones who say, you know what, they gave me 6 months, I'm finna go. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say they're not fighters. They're just taking control of their life.
Okay.
And they're ending it at their own terms.
Okay. All right, I got you.
You know what I mean?
So if you can decide and you can choose when you want to go, that's what they're allowing you to do in Oregon and a few other states. Yeah.
Your goodbyes.
Okay.
They're letting you do your final arrangements the way that you wanted to do.
Right.
I mean, and honestly, people say you want their flowers before you go. You can have your ceremony before you leave, so you can see all the people that loved you.
Okay, so it's not just you laying there waiting to go. It's like you can like turn up and have
This is you defining your own terms.
You can come into America, that thing, if you want to.
And then look over it.
Be like, it's time. Come on, Doc, take me home.
You know, so wow. I mean, that's another flip side of it. You know, when you
physician assisted, yeah.
So I don't know if I would ever go that route, but I'm not in that position. But I can understand why people would.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I appreciate that perspective because I wasn't thinking like that. All right, so ask Qiana, you ready?
Let's go.
And we got to try and make it quick. This is a long one too.
Okay, go ahead.
And I got to qualify this one. This actually was an article that I read, and I think this is a great question for Ask Qiana and What's on Your Mind Wednesday. So we're going to substitute the N word for Negro. We don't say Negro, but they're actually saying the real word.
Okay.
So dear Qiana, my man keeps calling me Negro B, right, during sex, and I hate it.
Oh, okay.
I've been married for a year, and I'm at my wit's end. My investment banker husband from a white old money family. I'm a first generation Black American woman whose family is from the island of Jamaica. We met at a reunion for the Ivy League school where we both attended. He proposed in 6 months. We have the picture perfect fantasy life. He wines and dines me, and we travel and shop the globe. Unlike all the other Black men I've dated in the past, my husband is generous, loyal, committed, and considerate. He courted me, and I've never paid for anything. He said that I could quit my job, and I did. He makes me feel like a woman. I'm a little embarrassed to share our problem. The first time he let the N-word drop was during sex on our honeymoon. When I reacted negatively, he explained that a black woman he dated in the past enjoyed being called racial slurs. Another time he joked that he had purchased my freedom. He also speculated about whether his family could have owned mine because I have good hair. Then he made jokes about my pubic hair. He called it my Negro bush and referred to himself as a Negro lover. All of these Negroes that I'm saying is the actual word, however. He says that I'm being overly sensitive because he loves me to death and he should get a black pass for marrying me. I told him that I don't appreciate these comments, and he says that my friends and family probably use the N-word all the time. He also asked why black people can use the word and he cannot. I don't use the word and believe that N-word differentiation.
Yeah.
Right. Neither does my family. I'm too embarrassed to tell anyone about it because they'll say that's what you get for marrying this white man. Every time we try having sex again, the slurs fly. Our sex life is pretty much over right now because I pretend to be asleep every time my sexy husband wants me. I feel completely turned off. I love my husband deeply, so please don't tell me to leave him because that's not what I want to do. My husband was my first interracial relationship. Please tell me racial slurs aren't normal between interracial couples. I would like to figure this out before we have kids, but I can't afford to leave him and still maintain my lifestyle. How can I regain my sexual attraction for my husband?
Well, first of all, I'm not going to tell you to leave your husband because that's your choice.
Right.
But it doesn't sound like y'all have any substance in your relationship.
Okay.
It sounds like he wanted you're his trophy black wife.
Mm-hmm.
And it really sounds like he's living out a fantasy of being the slave master.
Oh, wow.
He came in, bought your freedom. You do not have to work. You know, he takes you on shopping trips and do all this other stuff for you. But then he tell you that you're being too sensitive when you're expressing your emotional needs. So basically, shut up. I paid for this.
Yeah.
And this is what comes with it.
Oh, wow.
You know,
see, I didn't get that, but yeah, I see it.
That's what I hear.
I ain't get it, but I see it. I see
when
it. Yeah.
I hear this, and honestly, it sounds like you also is shallow at this point because you are living the fantasy that you like. You said the picture perfect life that you're painting. You're traveling around the world. You don't have to work. So the idea that your life is perfect and you can shine it, you dangle it in front of everybody is what you like. But when the doors close, you're being disrespected. You don't like that.
Yeah.
You're the fact that when you're in a marriage, sex is not everything, but it's very important.
Yeah.
It keeps you connected. And without a sex life, believe me, he will be calling somebody else the N-word somewhere else.
Oh my God. Wow.
Now that's the Ask Qiana.
That's the Ask Qiana. Yeah. Yeah. So,
I mean, y'all can chime in.
So how can she figure it out? What if she's not gonna leave, what should she do?
Then suck it up, buttercup.
What about communication and all of that
she
stuff?
Done already. So listen, she done already communicated. I mean, honestly,
suck it up,
I did. Yeah. She said, "Suck it up, buttercup."
Yeah.
This is
what the old people used to say. If you like it, I love it.
Right. You said you're not gonna leave.
Okay.
You love your husband.
Yeah.
You said you can't afford your lifestyle without him.
Okay.
You said
yeah.
Right. And he also said that he's not gonna stop. So suck it up, buttercup.
Wow. Yeah. Well, let us know what y'all think. We got a couple minutes. Give us a call. 727.
That's the only advice that I can give you when you look at it. I mean, and he's making jokes and he's telling you when you're in an interracial relationship there, I do think that there are hard conversations. I think that this couple do make jokes within themselves that typically wouldn't go outside of their household. But
you got to really be feeling that way in order.
Right. This is a mutual thing that you're feeling because I mean, when you're in an interracial relationship, you can't deny the fact that one of y'all are black and one is white or whatever the color is,
and all of the background that come with that. So lived experience.
Right, but you also need a healthy relationship. You respect your partner. And one thing is when what works for one person does not work for the other.
Yeah.
And so that old person who used to like the slurs, you're no longer with that person.
And how you tell your wife my ex used to like when I do this?
All of this is so disrespectful.
That's just crazy.
This is so disrespectful.
She's saying I don't like it. She said, well, my ex girlfriend or whatever, she used to like it when I did that.
And you didn't marry your ex.
Wow.
You married me, and
I
don't like it.
That is disrespectful. That's like bold with the disrespect.
This is kind of like. I mean, honestly, when I hear this, it'd be like, "Yes, master."
Yeah, that's kind of the expectation.
Kind of where it's like, "Yeah, I saved you."
Oh man,
you know what I mean? I bought your freedom.
How about that?
You know, these slurs right here. Oh, you're lucky to get me, but no.
Which is what white folks said about why we here in America.
Right, but yet they still wanted our women. They still wanted to have children from our women.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They still want the black woman to be the trophy. You see it right now. The white women that's getting the big butts, the big lips, and all this other stuff that they never had before. They want our shapes. They get tans. They pay tons and tons of money to brown their skin.
Right. They're trying to look like us, huh?
Right.
Yeah, but we supposed to be all this other negative stuff, but yeah.
So
that's
interesting. That is the ex, Qiana.
You say suck it up, buttercup?
Because you're not gonna leave.
Yeah.
If you said it, you like the lifestyle more than you like your respect.
Right. Caller, what's on your mind Wednesday? We got a few seconds left. Give us your name and what's on your mind.
I'm Sierra Clark. I'm just calling to chime in with Qiana. Like, I agree with everything she said. Like, and then she low key tried to bash the black man because you brought up how the black men but you justifying it. Like, it's not. She suck it up, buttercup. Like, obviously that's the life you want. So don't write in complaining about what you're saying you want, because you saying that's what you want to be. You saying you ain't leaving, you ain't going nowhere, so it's what you want. So enjoy it, buttercup. It's the life you prepared for yourself. It's the life you fantasize.
And some people want to, she's writing in and saying that because she wants us to tell her that it's okay. And let me tell you this, is that nobody can tell you it's okay. You have to be okay with your own decisions that you make.
Right.
Absolutely. Right. I agree, because I can't tell you that it's not okay, because she clearly told you, don't tell me not to leave him. So you really didn't want my opinion. You want my cosign. You ain't calling me for my opinion.
That's all
you wrote in for me to cosign to tell you to stay there, and this treatment is okay. I personally think it's a thin layer of self-hate due to the people that look like him that projected us on us that we weren't good enough because of the color of our skin, and you are now painted that life to have that life.
And this is the same, and this is a sign of abuse. It's a mental abuse.
For yourself.
It's a mental
that is. Yeah, that is emotional and verbal abuse. That's like that's all abuse. Yeah,
it is. And I tell you this, and once they start one place, they go another.
Yeah.
Because at this point, he's being disrespectful and you're telling him you don't like it. The time that you rebel will be really rebel and he feel like you owe him that is the day that you probably have your black eye.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. And you saying, if he loved you, you saying that the first time when it made you comfortable, he should have took that out of his vocabulary because he loved you. I don't care what.
Yeah.
And out of any joke, there is truth. The joke wouldn't be funny. The jokes are always only funny because there's underlying truth to it. No, so just say yes, sir, master, when he call you that word during sex. Just say yes, master, and then y'all even. I don't know what else to say. I love the show today.
Thank you so much. All right. Oh man.
You know what? Flipping on it. Be like, oh, I wish you was this black man.
Oh my God. Oh. I'm gonna reserve my thoughts.
But do you have any thoughts on that? I just did that and then to kind of lighten it up.
The only thought that I have is what you said is understanding what abuse looks like and really knowing like this is verbal and emotional abuse. It's an abusive situation at this point. And so you have to decide how you're going to respond to that abuse, whether you're going to, suck it up, buttercup, or you're going to address it in other ways. So,
and you find yourself not being yourself. And you're the longer it goes on, the less you're going to be who you are.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Your light will dim.
We got to land the plane. I want to give a few announcements really quickly. So of course, y'all support local radio. If you join in now and you missed the earlier parts of the program, you can go back and watch the replay, facebook.com/Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Also, you can listen online, 99jamstheberg.com. Download the TuneIn Radio app, and you can find WUJM 99 Jams. And go to 99jamstheberg.com if you'd like to donate today, advertise your business, or sponsor a show. So tonight we talked about the housing state of emergency community meeting with the People's Council. That's tonight at 6:00 at Allendale. Also, Sierra called in. She gave us some great information about what's happening this weekend. Friday with the family and friends kickball game. Healthy competition is welcome. It'll be at 901 North Shore. Friday from 5 p.m. until sundown. I'm actually going to post this as well. She sent me the information. We'll post it, and you can also find it on the St. Pete community calendar. And then
Rod Wave is giving away gas.
Okay.
On 54th.
When is that?
Saturday.
Okay.
First, is it $50? I
don't know. $25,000 worth of gas.
Yes, I think it's the first 500 people or first 100, however.
Okay.
Just get there and get your full
$50 worth of gas.
Fill up your tank.
Up to $25,000. Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? I was wondering how they chose that gas station. That's just me.
I was wondering that too.
Like how you choose that station, because you about to bless them. But you know blessing people, but you blessing
But that station ain't typically that busy.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you choose that particular station? I don't know. What you know? I mean, that's just how my mind works. Like, if I'm a partner with a station to give out $25,000 worth of gas, I'm gonna make sure that station is, the station.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's just, but I don't know. I don't know if they had a process or not, but it was just something that I thought about that I felt like sharing.
Yes.
And anything else that we can announce it on Monday because it's not happening this weekend.
Or Sunday.
Yep. Sunday.
So
Monday,
y'all have a great weekend. Y'all know how I'm going to end it. Be the change you want to be. Write down 5 things that happen good to you each day. Be grateful for life. And just appreciate it. That's how I'm going to end it today. What about you? Go ahead.
Be grateful for life and appreciate it. Well, I'm learning to be consistent, like you said. There's more that needs to be done than needs to be said. And so I just want to thank everybody for listening in. As you mentioned, give people their flowers. So if you got somebody that that you want to love on, that need to be loved on, give them their flowers today. Send them a note. Maybe make a phone call, let them hear your voice, or send them a text. Just let them know that you're thinking about them, but let your people know that you love them.
All right. And this is Qiana.
This is your brother John. And it's the Tampa Bay
Breakfast Club.
We out. Believe and do good.
WUJM, St. Petersburg, 9 Jams.
Mad ethnic right now.
Peace and light. This is your brother John, and I would like to invite you to tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams every Monday and Wednesday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. for the latest in pop culture news and unique perspectives on hot topics. Make sure you tune in and start